How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the House of Business Podcast. This is your host, Caleb Thompson. And today we're going to have a good one for you. We're going to be talking about, let me give you a proper introduction. Welcome to the House of Business Podcast 2.0, the place where we give you the knowledge and tools to execute your dreams and visions. It's your host, Caleb Thompson. I would like to welcome everyone in. Thank all of our customers, all of our clients and our friends for, every business that we launch, every small business. It's been a journey. Being a serial entrepreneur, but I just like to thank everyone that supported any of our stores, any of our businesses, bought any of our service, our products. Man, we really thank you guys, and you guys are the true winners. You guys are the true winners. You guys are the true MVPs, and we thank you for that. Us and here at TSG Global Resource Management Group, we thank every one of you guys. Stay tuned for more things. We have Times Square Toy Store. We have, Toughness Electronics company. We also have, AccuNeuro medical supplies. And we deal with a lot of things, a lot of products that's tailored around neurology and a lot of other things, dealing with the brain, dealing with the eyes, and a lot of surgical equipment as well. So, you guys stay tuned. You guys just continue to, stay tuned and on the lookout for new products as we continue to rotate our inventory and bring in new items. Just stay tuned. Okay, so we're talking about the Iron Mind, mastering mental toughness and sharp decision making. Number one, we're going to give you 3 points. It's going to be 3 points. It's going to be very quick and very fast. I'm not going to hold you for too long. But number one is build a resilient mindset. Now you have to develop a mind that's strong enough to overcome setbacks. A mind that's strong enough to stay focused and not being easily distracted, and to push through challenges in business, but not only in business, in your regular life. Everything that you bring to the table in your business, it all starts with self-discipline in your daily life, your day-to-day routine. You cannot fake being a good CEO. You cannot fake being a good person. You can fake it, but sooner or later, some people have a mask on. They have a mask on so tight that, it's really, really hard to tell who they are. They've lived that way and been so manipulative, and they are so, such a professional at it. But if you ever watch them close enough, or you ever, are around them, they will slip up. Now, I'm not talking about one person that, that just makes a mistake. I mean, somebody that you just knows that, like, wow, you got to have that discernment. But what I'm basically saying is stay focused, push through the challenges. But in your everyday business and life, it's hard to fake you cannot fake being disciplined. You cannot fake being resilient. You cannot fake being consistent. Those things cannot be fake. So I'm saying, build a resilient mindset, and the core of a resilience is failure. You will never know if you are resilient or have a resilient mindset unless some obstacles comes that wants to push you down, or unless failure presents itself, or you make a fall and then you get back up, you fall again, you get back up. That's being resilient. It's basically, resilience is unstoppable commitment to your goals. So I want you guys to continue to be resilient and build a resilient mindset. To build it, it means this brick by brick, step by step, day by day, decision by decision, overcoming those failures and those setbacks. So, and this is 3 ways. We're going to give you like 3 small points, kind of key points to build a resilient mindset, and that's control your inner dialogue. Watch how you talk to yourself. If you don't want anyone to call you stupid, if you don't want anyone to call you a failure, if you don't want anyone to call you broke, if you don't want anybody to call you, trash, don't call yourself that. Control your inner dialogue. If the world is already out here that it's a doggy dog world, man, it's a pool full of sharks, out here. So, especially out here in Manhattan where I am, it's a pool full of sharks. When I say pool, I didn't say a sea full of sharks. There is a pool, a small area full of sharks, so everybody wants to meet, everybody wants to eat. So, so there's plenty of people to disrespect you. There's plenty of people to talk to you any kind of way. So, man, control your inner dialogue. Control what you say about yourself. And the next one is get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like I said before, man, we had a whole episode on this topic, getting comfortable being uncomfortable. That's something that you have to acquire the skill set to maneuver and be adaptable in certain situations, uncomfortable situations, and also to be to endure these situations as well, these uncomfortable situations, and to navigate these situations in a way where you can come out on top and where you're just not going crazy, you're not losing it. Especially as being the leader, you need to be focused, you need to be grounded. The next one is focus on what you can control. You can't control everything, man, and don't try to control everything. Anything that you can make a decision on that will kind of help push the ball forward, that could kind of help you out of that situation, then just go ahead and, control that. Anything else that you can't control, don't try to control it, man. Don't try to control it, and just let it happen the way that it's going to happen. Okay. Number 2 is decision making under pressure. You have to develop some strategies. Start to do not go into you don't go to war, you don't go into the marketplace, you don't go into building a business without a strategy. But also after coming up with that strategy to execute for the business or anything else, you have to make strategies for like sharp, confident decision making, even in like high risk or a high key situation, high stakes. You know what I mean? Though you have to come up with a strategy for that. Do not just get out here and just make these decisions and say, well, however it go, I'll deal with the consequences later. And the way that you develop those strategies is by doing research. If you know that you're dealing with a pharmaceutical company and they want a B2B type relationship with you guys, you got to understand what their needs are and what you can produce. If you can't produce, don't just, and then when they say, okay, well, we're gonna go from 1,000 drums of this to 2,000, all in one day. You have to already anticipate that. You know what I'm saying? You got to make those decisions. Whether you can say, no, we just can't handle it right now at the moment, let's try next week, or yet you have to be able to make those high stake decisions. Number 3 is discipline and daily habits for success. And I want you to know that everything that you do, minute by minute, day by day, second by second, who you are as a person will pour into your business. So those are the 3 that we have for having an iron mind. I know it was kind of quick, and I know that there is a lot more into developing and cultivating an iron mind, especially when dealing with business, dealing with different personalities. You're dealing with your the culture of your company. You're dealing with your vision. You're dealing with the outside voices of other people, trying to determine your worth, trying to determine the worth of your company, trying to, knock you off your pivot, trying to take your spot. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, we're in a pool full of sharks, but it's okay to be in a pool full of sharks. You know what I mean? When you own a swimming pool, so let your sharks have it. Things you can't control, don't try to control them. Always be adaptable and just continue to move forward. But that's a big one. Discipline and daily habits for success. Come up with things that you do every day. There are certain things that I do every day in the life of a CEO, in the life of a husband, in the life of a father, in the life of a friend, in the life of a boss. You know what I'm saying? So there are certain things that I do that's tailored to who I am as a person. Daily routine, from waking up in the morning to, who I pencil in, aligning my priorities, or even the meetings that I have, aligning that with my higher purpose. I mean, some meetings, I can't take this meeting, but it's not as important, and it doesn't push us to where we need to go. But later on, maybe I can make that connection, for future references. But discipline and daily habits, man. Develop some disciplines and some daily habits and some routines that will ensure your success in your personal life and also in your business. Everything that you do in your personal life, you can tailor that to your business to a certain degree. That resilience, that consistency, getting up and working out when you don't feel like it. And that's the same thing you can do instead of working out. You're making calls even though you don't feel like it in your business, but you have built that mental, you have built that muscle of consistency by doing something that you really don't want to do. So I would like to encourage everyone just continue to, cultivate an iron mind. Like they say, create tough skin. The same thing as the iron mind. But the iron mind has to do more with you talking about yourself, that inner dialogue. You know what I mean? You being your own worst enemy. So you guys just tune back in here, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live from Manhattan. It's the House Business Podcast. It's your host, Caleb Thompson. This is the place where we give you the knowledge and tools to execute your dreams and visions. I want you to know that, I wish the best for you in all your business endeavors. Thank everyone for reaching out to us. Everyone who has been in collaboration with us. Everyone has supported our small businesses and me as an entrepreneur in my personal journey. I would like to let you guys know I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And tune back in 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.